Hey, what's up, familia? So on my Instagram, I did a poll asking which palette you guys wanted to see me do a look on. So the first one was this one, the Lost in Love palette. A lot of pink tones. And the second one was the Life in the Bronx palette. It's more like warm brown tones, neutral shades. I mean, these are actually shades I would probably go for most of the time. The Lost in Love palette is actually the one that it won by like 60%, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a look with this one. Honestly, I'm not like, even when I have used this palette, I mostly just use like the browns. Sometimes I'll use like this pink for transition shades. So I'm gonna try and be like a little bit more outgoing today for the video. Maybe like I'll use this pink. I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing. First, I'm gonna do my foundation. I don't know if you guys are one of those people who do your eyes first and then your foundation, but for some reason I just can't. Like when I do my eyeshadow before my foundation, like it just doesn't come out the same. Like I feel like I can't see how the whole look is gonna pull together if I do my eyes first. So that's just me. I actually ran out of primer yesterday. I usually use the Baby Skin by Maybelline. That's like my favorite one. It makes your skin look like super smooth, super soft, but I'm not going anywhere today, so I guess it doesn't really matter. This is my favorite drugstore foundation. It's the NYX Total Control Drops. I love this one because you can literally, like, if you just want to put like a few little dots on your face, and it will just make your complexion look like super even without looking like you're actually wearing makeup. But if you want to do like a full coverage face, obviously you just want to put a little bit more. So I normally just start out with like a little bit everywhere, and then in the places where I need more coverage, I'll go back in with more. This is a damp beauty sponge. I don't know, my mom got this for me, so I don't really remember the brand. Usually I use the Real Technique one, the orange one, but I mean, this one actually works really good. I actually really like how this one blends everything and like makes everything look really super seamless. I'm not a fan of using brushes for my face. I don't know why, just ever since I used beauty sponges, like totally changed the game for me. So I'm gonna blend this in all over my face. So I have a confession. The other day I tried to film a makeup video and I just could not get over the fact of how funny my face looked like while I was doing my makeup. Like when I'm blending, my face was like my mascara face. I don't know, I couldn't get over it. And then I was like watching other YouTubers and like I noticed they do the same thing. They just don't look as funny like doing it. So I don't know. Then I'm done with my foundation. Normally what I do after, like right after I put my foundation on, so my eyes don't crease. I mean, they're already creasing, but I usually set my under eyes like super quick, like right away, just to prevent the creasing. So I'm just gonna blend that one more time. And I use the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I'm just gonna like go under and set really quick. So after that, what I do is I set basically like anywhere that I'm gonna put bronzer, because for me, if I put bronzer on top of my foundation before I set my face, it just doesn't blend nicely. So right here where I would put bronzer, I just set it, and honestly, like I don't use a lot, and I just like spread it all throughout my face. After I set my face, I use this fluffy brush here, and then the Fit Me powder in Sun Beige. I'm almost out. For this, I use like not as a bronzer, but kind of like a transition, so that way my bronzer doesn't look, because I'm really pale, so that way my bronzer just doesn't look so harsh on my face. So I go in with this one, and I just kind of do it like that. And this fluffy brush really helps. It just doesn't apply it so harsh. It just applies it like super soft and It blends it out super nice. Then for my actual bronzer, I use a more dense brush. I use the Wet n Wild brush. I have been living for the Becky G and the ColourPop collab. It's the bronzer in the shade 310. So that's been my go-to bronzer lately. So I'm just gonna dip it. And with this one, I have to be like super careful because, like I said, I'm very pale. And if I go too hard on bronzer, like, it will just ruin my whole makeup. So for under the chin, for my nose, and like right here, I don't apply any more product. So just whatever I have left over, I lightly just like dust it on my nose, right here, and under my chin. For blush, I'm gonna use this Isn't It Peachy Makeup Obsession palette. I got it at Target. The colors are super pretty. So they're more like peachy tones, obviously. But since I'm gonna use like more, I'm gonna do more of like a pinkish look. I'm probably gonna use this one. It's more like light pink. These are a little bit more like bronzy. So I'm gonna go in with that one. And what I do is I smile. And I just like apply it on my face. And I know it looks super harsh, but what I do is I go in with the same brush that I applied the powder with. I don't put any more powder on it, but I just take that brush and I just blend. It really helps pat it into your face and just make it look seamless. Like, it doesn't look like you have so much. So after I do my blush, I do my eyebrows. First, I take the spoolie side and I just kind of brush them through, just because I'm sure there's like product on there from the foundation and they get like weird shape, you know? So what I do is I just brush them the way that I want them to go. And then I'm gonna go in with my NYX eyebrow cake powder. You guys, I've had this literally for like ever, and I've tried drugstore, high-end, everything, but this is honestly the only one that I really like that stays on. It doesn't melt off if you're sweaty. It stays on so good. So I'm gonna take the angled side, and I always start over here. I always start on this side because this is where you have the most product, and this is where you want your eyebrows to be the darkest. So, and you want to do like little strokes. You don't want to just go psh, psh. You want to do like little, like you're shading, you know? So I do that side, and then I do this side on the end. Alright guys, so I was using my phone and my phone died, so I had to go get the camera because the camera was dead first. So I did my eyebrows. I'm gonna go in with my foundation, the same one. I personally don't like to use concealer because I clean up my brows after my foundation and after I set my face with powder. So I just find concealer is a little bit thicker and harder to blend. This is super thin and super easy to blend. So, I'm just gonna take this little concealer brush that I have here. After my brows, I move on to my eyes. So hubby just came in here a few minutes ago and I asked him which colors I should use. He requested me to use Mamas and Hermosa. So I'm going to try and do something with those two colors. And obviously I think I'm going to need like another transition color. I'm going to take the super fluffy brush here. And for transition, I'm going to start out with Lost in Love. So I'm just going to go in there. And this one I'm going to apply in my crease as transition, and it's super light, so that's what I want, because I just want a transition that, you know, will blend evenly with my skin tone. I'm going to take that all the way into the inner corners of my eye, and also I want to wing it out a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. I'm gonna go in with the Dozen Roses, and I'm gonna just take a little bit of that, and I'm gonna use that as another transition. So I'm gonna just keep it a little bit lower. I'm not gonna blend it as far up as the other one. So I'm just gonna keep it a little bit more in the crease, but still blending it into that other color. We're just gonna keep on blending. And I am gonna bring it pretty far in, but in the inner corner, you don't wanna blend all the way up here. You just wanna keep it really close to your crease. Pretty happy with the transition color that I have right now. I think that's enough blending so far. Now I'm going to take my MAC 217 brush. This is my all-time favorite brush for blending. So I'm going to take the Fine Wine color. Oops, the Fine Wine. I'm going to take the Fine Wine here with my MAC 217 brush. This one I'm really just going to focus on the outer corners. So literally I just take it and I just go like this in the outer corner. And then same thing on the other side. And then I'm just going to blend it. If your hand don't hurt, then you're not doing it right, okay? I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush. It's just a normal brush, and I'm gonna go back in with the first color that I used, the Lost in Love, right here. And I'm just gonna get a little bit on my brush, literally like almost nothing, and then tap it off. And then I'm gonna blend out the edges here. So I want everything to blend like super nice. So if you go back in with your first transition shade and blend out the darker colors, it really helps to make everything look super blended. So now for my lid, I'm gonna take this big flat brush. So I want to go in with Mama's right here, and I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna focus that on the inner part of my lid. So I'm just gonna apply it. I was gonna do a cut crease. Too late. Next time. So I'm gonna go in with more of the Mama's. Same brush, but I'm gonna use the other side. I'm gonna go in with the second color, Hermosa. That one I'm gonna focus on my lid, but on the outer part, so on this side. And if you get fallout, that's okay, because you're just gonna take a brush and dust it off, and it's all Gucci. We're gonna go back in with our 217 brush and just blend these two colors so it doesn't look like such a harsh line. Okay, so for the inner corner highlights and the eyebrows highlight, the eyebrow bone, so I'm going to take this pointy brush here and I'm going to go into this color right here, Perfection. It's like a, probably can't really see it. There you go. It's like a lighter gold color. So I'm going to put that in on my inner corner. On both sides, obviously. And also up here on my brow bone. So after you do the highlight on your eyebrow bone, again, more blending. So you're gonna blend that in because you don't want to just have like a random white line there. You want it to blend nicely. So blend again. So for the under eyes, I'm not gonna do too much, but I don't want it to look like super bare compared to the top. So I'm gonna go back in with the Romance. Wait, did I use that color? No. I'm gonna go back in with the Dozen Roses, second one that I used, I think. And I'm just gonna lightly dust that under. So it can all blend nicely. And then I'm gonna use this little pencil brush here. I'm gonna take this Por Vida shade here, and I'm gonna do like super thin, like pretty much right on my waterline, just to give my eyes a little bit more definition on the bottom. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. After the under eyes, I'm gonna go in with this, I got this on my BoxyCharm, so it's a Hank & Henry Slick With It eyeliner. I don't know why the lid is like maroon, but it's actually black, and I really love how skinny the marker is. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a wing liner. This song brings back such freaking middle school vibes. Chica, I wanna be with you right stuck in the weather. I know you don't know me, I seen you around. You're the hottest looking honey that I've seen in this town. Come on, let's take a walk, get together. Just wanna know you a little bit better. Beauty incomparable, eyes drive me crazy. She that type. Some. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of mascara. This is the Shayla Big Colossal. This is my all-time favorite mascara, but I had eyelash extensions, and if they tell you that they don't mess up your eyelashes, they do. Because now my eyelashes are struggling. And then also you're going to put it on the bottom lashes. Alright, so now I'm going to not drop my lashes. Now I'm going to take some lashes. Honestly, I don't remember which ones these are. Usually I go with the Ardell Wispies. I don't think these are Wispies. Actually, they might be. I don't know. But next time I'll remember. So just a tip when you're applying lashes, you want to let the glue dry for like maybe 60 seconds. So that way the glue can get tacky and they're easier to apply and they're not sliding all over the place. Alright, so now that I got my lashes on, the last thing I need to do is highlighter. So I got this in my BoxyCharm last month, and I'm loving it. It's the Artist Couture highlighter, and the shade is Illuminati. So I grabbed this fluffy brush here, and I'm just gonna dip it in a little bit and put that on my cheekbones. Also on your lip, Cupid's bow. On your nose. And I like to also do a little bit here, just to give you a nice little glow. And then before I do my lips, I get my translucent powder. This is the It Bye Bye Pores. So then I'm gonna take Real Techniques dry sponge. I'm just gonna kind of carve out the contour here, just so, just so it can be a little bit more sharp. So I do that while I'm doing my lips. I'm gonna take this Jordana lip liner in Natural Silk and outline my lips. And you're just gonna go over your natural line. Well, if you wanna outline, that's cool too. Okay, so this ColourPop and Becky G was way too dark. This is Traviesa. It was way too dark, so I just patted a little bit, and now I'm gonna go over it with this Jour. This Jour lip gloss in Fifth Avenue. Okay, now I'm gonna dust off the powder with just a brush. And one last time, I like to blend the highlighter too. All right, you guys, here is the final look. It's just a bright pink bold eye. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below some other looks that you guys would be interested in seeing. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you can get notified when we post a new video. See you guys in the next video. I hear you.
What?
I hear you.
I need a charger.
Oh my God, tú. You never charge your phone.